But anyway, I was sitting here saying you're addicted to you could be addicted to sex like you're addicted to drugs. Come on now, let's be real. Love would show its true face if everybody was restricting themselves like they truly supposed to. What I mean by that, this is what I mean by that. If you was really putting that thorn out of your flesh, whether it's sex or a drug, addiction is an addiction. If you're not making love to somebody that you truly supposed to be with in love, then you just in an addiction. When you truly pull that thorn out of your flesh, you see how that cat got right there? Like it said attention. You see, that's energy. That's like how y'all put out candle magic and all that. God do my magic for me. There's a skunk over here somewhere too. Same thing, see it's sense. Incense. You see what I'm talking about now? Animals give off scents with their tongues and all kind of other ways that I don't want to talk about. But I told y'all I got a light stomach. But an addiction can be an addiction. All right, now what I mean by that, if you truly would pull that thorn out of your flesh, for some of us it's sex. For some of us it's drugs, y'all. For some of us it's alcohol. When you pull this one thorn out of your flesh, if you're a chosen one especially, and you really anywhere for God, if you want to go to heaven, you got to be real. You got to stand up straight. The way to heaven is narrow. So I'm showing the narrow path. If you're not interested in this narrow path, just turn your ears away. But I'm telling you the facts when it comes to this narrow path. You got to pull this thorn out of your flesh. Some people it's sex, some people it's drugs, some people it's alcohol, some people it's gossiping, some people it's telling lies, some people it's murder, some people it's all of them. But you got to pull that thorn out of your flesh till you got none of it. And you're going to have to pull that thorn out of your flesh slow. And every inch you pull that thorn out of your flesh, you're going to have to you're going to have to take God and wipe it around it. Right, wipe it around the wound. And you're going to have to pull that thorn out your flesh some more. And you're going to have to take God and wipe it around the wound some more. Or Jesus, whichever one you want to say. You're going to have to then you're going to have to pull that thorn. You're going to have to keep pulling that thorn until it's completely out of your flesh. Now, once this thorn is out of your flesh, that's when the real test begins. Because now you are truly in your feelings. Okay? Now you are truly looking for love. Now you understand the power in loving in reverse. Like my father said, I asked him, was love real? He said, in reverse. And if we can all really agree to this, I'm grown, y'all grown. Nobody really truly loved you till they crossed you the wrong way. So now you know how to love in reverse. So now you going through your mind, who really love me? Who am I going after? Who am I looking for? What am I looking for in a man? And see, at this point, you ain't got no drugs to alter your sex DNA. So now your hormones is balancing out. Now you becoming one. I know because I was a nympho. I ain't saying y'all a nympho, but I'm saying as a male being a nympho, you get it. Now your hormones is balancing. Now you realize, man, I only need one man. And I need this in the man, that in the man. You probably gonna add that to the equation. But now you're gonna look for this man. And somehow, some way, God redirect you in the way you look for your men. Inside and out. And now you know for a fact what kind of man you want, or a woman. For now, right now, you know. Because you pulled in this thorn, you done pulled this thorn completely out your flesh. So what happened when you started healing? When you finally dropped that thorn out your flesh, emotions kicked in. Emotions kicked in. You started lashing out to God, lashing out to your kids, lashing out to your family, lashing out to loved ones. Because what happened when we quit stuff? We lash out. Same thing with me quitting these cigarettes that y'all didn't notice. Because all you see is a cigarette in my mouth. Oh, he still smoke. But you ain't counting how many cigarettes going in my mouth because you don't know how to quit stuff. You see the emotions. Why you ain't got emotions? Because you still got them thorns in your flesh. So why, after you drop this thorn out your flesh, you done went through your emotions. You going through your emotion. And because for you to even think about pulling that thorn out your flesh after you got everything under control and moderation, that took the power of God. That took Jesus' hand. Jesus pulled that thorn out your flesh. So when you pull that thorn completely out your flesh, guess what you did when you dropped it? You knew not to look for a man or a woman to replace it. Because you pulled that last thorn out of your flesh. Now you are weak. Now you are weary. Now you are truly stressed. Now your stress is genuine. Now your stress is a necessity at the moment. Not all that other stress you were putting on your plate that was irrelevant. But now that you are quitting and you walking with God, now you pull that thorn out your flesh. Now you are stressing because of the fact that you just pulled something out your flesh that been in your flesh since you've been on earth probably or however long in your lifetime, in this lifetime. That thing been with you longer than all your partners. That thing been with you longer than most of your habits. That thing been with you secretly. And you done got comfortable with it. You done told people about it, and even your counselor said it's okay to deal with it. So you, in your conscience, talking to God talking to you in your conscience, you knew deep down inside you need to get rid of that because you want to build a relationship closer to God. We on the narrow path to God. Now, we ain't on the broad path. So if you on the broad path, you get off this, you ain't even got to listen to what I'm saying. Because you don't even need to worry about it. Now, your stress is genuine. So what you do now, what do you do now? You focus on that stress. Where does it resonate from? Why are you stressing? You're stressing because you don't have that temporary fix anymore. You don't have that friend anymore you can call. You don't have this person anymore. You really gotta call God now. You can put all the gadgets down. You really gotta call God now. You really gotta answer them voices in your head now. You really gotta pay attention to your body this time. So you let days go by of this. Anything you quit, you gonna lash out. So that's okay. Because this time you lashing out with God. You giving it to God. When God see you do something like that, he expects such a thing. That's okay. Yeah, they got cameras in your house, and yeah, they gonna judge you. That ain't got nothing to do with them. That's their sin. That's gonna be their problem, and God gonna get them one day. But right now, to God and you, that's okay. So now you just focus on the stress. You got rid of the stress. Now you finally calm down and you can laugh and smile with your family. Now you can have a good time with your kids. Now you ain't so emotional with your lover because you don't got this other love on the side, or you ain't got these friends on the side. You ain't got no more of this dead weight. You might not even have a lover, and you might not have no kids, but now you can even visit your family with a smile on your face, and you can see what you used to do, how you used to lash out, how you used to act when you used to do sneaky stuff. Now you can see it in others that thought they was better than you. Now God is showing you what was wrong with you. when you thought you was better, when you thought you was good. Now God's showing you something was wrong with you as well. You gotta be slow pulling this thorn out of your flesh. You gotta take your time pulling this thorn out your flesh. This thorn take prayer and preparation. You gotta make sure you ready to pull this thorn out of your flesh. Cause when you pull this thorn out of your flesh, that's when your true power gonna emerge. That's when you're gonna really walk into your angelic power. Some of y'all done fell from y'all angelic power into witch and warlock mode, and you thought you was in your angelic power because you could feel, sense your witches and warlock mode. Somehow you see lights flickering and all that shit. I'm gonna tell you something. When I got lights to flickering, I was descending. Ooh, I said something then. Ooh, I made Satan mad then. Ooh, I made Satan mad then, didn't I? That's how powerful I am. When I started descending, lights and stuff started flickering. And it wasn't the witchcraft and shit. I can go into any store, any place, it was lights or flicker. And I tested the theory. I said, wait a minute. This drug giving me power, superpowers. I ran into somebody and they were like, the devil, actually, they were like, actually, you finna die and go to hell and I'm finna take your power. Just like that. Just like that. So I started testing the theory and I went back to deal with the drugs. I stopped dealing with the drugs. And I noticed my energy started raising. I started back praying and meditating. I noticed I didn't do this long. I tested this on purpose. I did this on purpose for 2 to 3 months. And I stayed away from the drug. And I noticed my energy was raising. And I didn't see no more lights flickering. I noticed I couldn't do my little magic tricks no more. I said, these drugs giving me powers. But I knew better, because I had to think about what that devil told me. So I prayed about it and I asked God about it. And basically God was like, the devil was right. You are dying. I expected more out of you, son. So I let it go. I stopped doing it and I ain't see no more lights flickering anymore. But I started noticing me ascending in different ways. I started reaching the kundalini. I started realizing I was ascending beautifully, like a caterpillar, finally cracking this shell and becoming a butterfly. I could really hold my energy now. See, my energy was leaking when the lights were flickering. Now my energy is inside me. I got my energy. I'm holding my energy down the right way. So you see how easy it is? When you get into that witch and warlock mode, when you start descending from angelic, see, I'm bringing you from the spiritual to the physical. I'm telling y'all, I'm warning y'all who's stealing my energy for these losers and swapping it out. You better have the facts. You better have the real stuff put back somewhere, because you're making the world a worse place by taking stuff from the chosen one and reverting it, making it perverse, as if this world need any more perverse in it. That it ain't worth the dollar. So anyway, God, I'm talking about the narrow path. I ain't talking about the broad path. If you're on the broad path, you just turn away. This ain't for you. This lecture is not for you. This is the narrow path. So as I pull the thorn out of my flesh, this is the thorn that's in your flesh that people say, you ain't got to do that. This is when Satan really occur in your life. This is when Satan say, you ain't got to do that. You don't have to do that. Who told you to do that? You ain't got to do that. How you going to be human? How you going to have a human experience if you do that? Even some of the greatest preachers will tell you this. They'll put comfort in your heart to keep that thorn right there in your flesh. Because that's your activation thorn. Especially if you're chosen, you're going to have to pull that thorn out of your flesh. And like I said, that's when you evolve. That's your faith zone. That's when you over that hill now. And just like I always say, when you love God like I love God, you won't be attacking me. You'll be trying to get to me and save me every day. Your focal point is no longer on the distractions, on me going to meet this guy over in this place, meet this guy over in this place, meet this woman over in this place, meet this woman over. That's the one. That's the one. All of them the one. All of them done been the one so far. You ain't even realize you got a habit. That's an addiction. Just like any other addiction. That's a dope habit. That's a drug habit. You can't relapse because you still in your habit. But you want to look at people like me and wait for us to relapse. Wait for us to go back. Wait for us to go back to our habits. You just telling the whole world that's not witches and warlocks that you a witch or a warlock. Because you got, how can somebody have habits and sit there and condemn somebody who ain't got no habits and wait on them to go back to their habits? As if God told you they're going to go back to their habits. How you know they're going back to their habits unless you with a group that's trying to make them go back to their habits? Telling y'all, born in the street and born in the game, you can't fly that kite with me. Quit being losers. That's all y'all are, a bunch of losers, bro. Stop being a loser. Start standing up straight, see how it feel one day. And make sure when you stand up straight and you ready to stand up tall, make sure it's to somebody that you always feared every day. In every way. I told you when I was out there and I had to go fight somebody, I wanted the biggest bully in the crowd. Because I knew if I fought that big bully, no matter if I won or lost, nobody else was going to bother me. Get over there in your post, Jesus. That's that cat named Jesus. So he happy. We watch animals laugh and play all the time. They don't need none of the stuff we need just to get by. But anyway, you got to pull that thorn out of your flesh. When you pull that thorn out of your flesh, the beginning starts then. Because now you finally done got over your emotions. Now you got to find a natural hobby to replace that energy with that you just pulled out of your flesh. It could be working on cars, even if you are female. You might find a man that's working on cars, you like to work on cars and didn't know it. But your energy, you finally got energy to spend and you know it. And now you gotta find somewhere to transmute that energy because you just got over your stress. Now you could be around people and be normal because you just got over your stress. You got over your withdrawals. And now you can look at your ex-lovers and be normal because you finally got over the stress. They don't even know how to act around you. And you're going to notice these lovers can't look you in the eye. You're going to notice these lovers got a different respect for you. You're going to expect for these lovers to hit on you and do this. They're going to do it that one time. But after you turn them down that one time, that final time, you're going to notice that program is out. That program is done. That's what's going to scare you. And that's what's going to open your eyes. That's how I woke up. All it took for me to complete and beat one program to understand them all. That's all it took. So you got to really ask yourself, have you quit any program? It don't matter if you're on a whole bunch of stuff. Sometimes that one thorn in your flesh that you keeping is still keeping you from fulfilling your destiny. That one thorn in your flesh hold the DNA on all the rest of the stuff that you were dealing with. Because now you are whole. And that's why I tell folks, you can't trick me into thinking I never put nothing before God. I replaced my thorn in my flesh with God. God is always going to be my one and only friend. You just an associate, companionship friend. God will always be my only one friend. God is my father. I don't trust nobody but God, and I never trust you. I ain't thinking about trusting you, and I ain't supposed to trust you. I got faith in you that you would do the right thing. I don't trust you. I ain't thinking about trusting you. People don't like my emotions. People say they're scared of me. No, they're scared of the truth, because I would tell you about yourself. If you're a woman and you out there cheating on me, I can smell other DNA on you. I'm going to ask you, I know you've been cheating. We're going to talk about this. Do you want to leave? I'm gonna say it in a calm way. Do you wanna go or did you just make a mistake? And we can work on it. Don't argue at me. Don't fuss at me. Don't talk crap to me because I just exposed you. I did it to you, and I did it in our personal comfort in our home. Don't argue at me. Don't beat on me because I just exposed you. I just asked you, what is wrong with you? I just asked you, are you okay? Any other husband would have went out there, found out something nasty or dirty or disgusting about their woman or man, and then came at the house with a whole different place. And we all know how that go. So for a man to find out that you cheating and know for a fact you cheated and saw it and made you catch it and saw it all over your face and made you admit it, and the only thing that man or that woman gonna say is, well, let's talk about it. Don't you get into your feelings? That's why people don't come around me, and y'all know it. That's why y'all not coming around me. Because God live in me. The truth live in me. I'm married to God. Y'all always cracking these jokes. God can hire who can fire me. You getting fired now. God tearing y'all asses up. Everybody who was playing around in my energy, look at them. Yeah, they got the money, but they got towed up. They are decomposing. Go look up decomposing. They are towed up. My ancestors don't play about me. Sometimes my ancestors, they tell me they love, keep your hands off. They tell me, keep your hand. When they tell me to keep my hands off somebody, they're basically saying, don't you attack them with your mouth. Keep your mouth shut. And I can't understand why they talking to me like that, why they doing me like that, why they saying this to me. And they saying this to me because this person was supposed to help me. This person was built to help me. This person was built to save me, help save me. This person had a part in the book to be there for me. But instead of this person being there for me, they attacked me. And instead of being there for me like they were supposed to be there for me, they made sure they didn't only attack me, but they buried me. So now my ancestors finna take you apart. Some of y'all missions were built just for this mission, and you ain't doing good at it. Some of y'all are though. One or two of y'all are. Y'all actually playing that role real good. But a lot of y'all fail miserably. But this ain't about me. This ain't about me, because God got me. I'm good. I'm growing every day. I'm evolving every day. I'm finna go through a whole new ascension I'm excited about. So I'm good. I'm not talking about me. I take that back. I'm sorry. I apologize to God because I don't want to get into my feelings about this. I want to tell y'all about how great it feels to remove this thorn out of your flesh. So then you start to get bold in your mind in a good way, a healthy way. You start cleaning your ego, cleansing your ego. Your body start filtering out this DNA, and then all these voices that was in your head is gone because you just separated half of the ancestors that didn't belong to you. The spiritual war is in your head. The spiritual war is when you slept with that new DNA and you let that new DNA into your home that was supposed to be empty just for you and God to be in. Instead, you welcome this person into your home. You don't know what this person being. You don't know who this person is. You know exactly what this person told you and what you think this person is. But this person is an op for Satan. So this person didn't have to do nothing but kiss your lips. And this person just sent a whole fleet of DNA into your soul, into your spirit. And now your mind is having a battle, a spiritual war between God and Satan. The spiritual war is inside of us, ladies and gentlemen. Powerful, isn't it? It's real powerful. This is for the narrow path now. This ain't for the broad path people. It's only one way to get to heaven, and it's narrow, and I'm trying to show you how that stairway is, and it ain't boring. The stairway to heaven is not boring. You are seeing every time you go up. It's things that I done accomplished that I never tell them, but I know y'all got cameras around me. I got to keep it to myself. I got to talk even more to myself just to keep it to myself because I'm so excited about myself. Thank you, God, for building me up. Thank you, God, for bettering me, and now I'm better than myself. I'm married to God. When God sent a woman here to marry me, we built our house on a mountain. From the head flows down, and we let it flow down from God. Now we both got one. Now we both are one with God. That person was whole when she got with me, and I was whole when I got with her. Now we both are powerful. Now one of us together for sex. Ain't now one of us together for money. Ain't now one of us together to use one another. We are both powerful with God as individuals. So now we really powerful. Now we see why the devil be on all fours to keep two people from getting together. There's so many men and so many women. Y'all put me in this box so easily. I realized real quick that it's a lot of relationships where people putting their own partner in boxes. That's what was wrong with my relationship. A relationship can't grow and evolve if one of them gonna keep putting the other one in a box. So y'all remember that while y'all enjoying these boxes.